at that particular time, obviously, I didn't really know my community. What I did know was my friends and family that had been taking losses in the space. So I started the project originally for them to give them a place to, have a chance, because they were finding a lot of rugs where devs were just stealing their money. And, my friends know that I'd never do that to them. So kind of had some empowerment behind them and found some motivation and took the initiative to do it. And obviously now that's grown to providing a safe place for my friends, family, and my community, which I now have. And we have a decent community, and they're very active. So shout out to the SquidGrow Army. Um, but it was all about providing a safe and secure place. Very early on, I knew I wanted to develop utility, and we started developing utility even before the project had launched. And that goal still stays true till this day. I want to be a builder in this space. This project for me and what it is that we build is going to be my legacy. That's what I want it to be. I want it to be my legacy, and I'm not going to stop until that actually happens. So at this point, obviously my market cap's not in the billions. We're a low cap coin, around 30 million. We've been around for over 2.5 years. Um, but we have a very unique dynamic with our community. We have a great community support, and I self-fund every aspect of the project. Um, Getting a little off course though, but you know, I say that to say, all the utilities that I have ambitions to build, the community in no shape or form has ever funded any of that. We pay for it out of pocket. And going into this, I definitely wanted to add some meaningful utility. Obviously, in the early days, we had some staking contracts, which I wouldn't consider utility, but we started the process of trying to become a meme utility token. And then obviously eventually we get around to the point where we're dropping NFTs, NFT marketplaces, silent swaps, so on and so forth, and eventually segue into that. And for me, if a meme token doesn't just take off and catch, it's got to have something to fall back on and support itself. And for me, it's revenue based utilities. And in our particular situation, percentages of our revenue generated on our utilities go back into our chart in the form of a buyback and liquidity injection. I want you to think of SquidGrow as like the center of my universe, right? And all of the utilities that we are building is the ecosystem. And all of the parts of the ecosystem are revenue generating because they collect fees. And percentages of those fees then feed back into SquidGrow in the form of a buyback or liquidity injection. So that is how we have tied it in together. Every one of our utilities are registered as a separate company, not under the same umbrella as SquidGrow, but they all kind of operate within the same ecosystem and all give benefit back to the community in the form of buybacks and liquidity injections.